And anti-Semitism has increased by hundreds of percentages. Hundreds. So the world does not recognize, the world does not accept. And Holocaust deniers, it's a sick thing, but perhaps they could say, hey, we don't have any hard evidence. Hamas live streamed the atrocities. There is no denying, there is no debating what Hamas did. And yet, despite that, there are still people who side with Hamas. There are still people, intellectual people, by the way, otherwise moral people, who claim that it is justified. It is resistance. Resistance, if you're watching this, is there any scenario in which you, as a human being with a heart and a conscience and blood in your veins, is there any scenario in which you would justify doing what Hamas did? Any scenario, anything. Someone kicks me out of my house, which is their narrative, a false narrative, but it's their narrative. Someone kicks me out of my house, I'll protest, I'll go to the police, I'll do whatever I have to do. Will I do what Hamas did? No. You know why? Because I have a conscience. These people do not have a conscience. There's no Nakba, there's no occupation, there's no apartheid. These are all fabrications that our enemies used to justify their hatred of Jews. And so what's going to happen now, based on the intel that I have, the knowledge that I have of this war, we're going to continue until Hamas is completely eliminated from this world. And then we're going to take security control over Gaza like we have in Judea and Samaria, what the world calls the West Bank. And we will facilitate, hopefully, and this is not information that I have, this is my hopes and dreams, we will facilitate the ability for them to build a new society that is not promoting and encouraging terror and the murder of Jews. But that, we have a long time till we get there. Right now we're focusing on getting rid of Hamas. And the world as a whole can either thank us for the work that we're doing for them, because again, if you think they're stopping with Israel, you're not paying attention. So the world can either stand with us, support us, denounce terror, or they could sit it out and sit down and let us do the work that we need to do and let them thank us later. The world was silent in the past. The world was silent in World War II. The world was silent throughout all of the persecutions that the Jewish people experienced. The Inquisition, the pogroms, the Crusades, the list is long. They were quiet then, and they're being quiet again. You need to know that in today's day and age, after what Hamas has done, being pro-Palestinian is being pro a people that elected the terrorists who did what they did. And again, yes, there are innocent Palestinians, but the Palestinian cause, the narrative, the agenda is in the charter, and they say it loud and clear. And the irony, and there's so much irony in this war, the irony is that we're not listening to them. They're saying, guys, we don't want a state. We want dead Jews. And the world's saying, no, 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 no. They don't mean it. They really want a state. You could treat the Palestinians as well as you want. They want dead Jews. And by the way, I keep saying dead Jews. They're not stopping at the Jews. They say it. They want all infidels, anyone who's not radical, anyone who's not Muslim, to either convert to Muslim or see their death.